Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the game Ether One. Unfortunately, that's not language, most likely. Let's see. One of these is languages, and I don't know. Hold up, was that it? Oh. Now this is okay. There it is. English. Okay. This is the Ether One Redux, and the difference between Ether One and Ether One Redux is not as simple as what's made to believe on the website. The biggest change is that Ether One was built on the Unreal Development Kit, which is a port of Unreal Engine 3. It's the free version, by the way. If you're making less than a certain amount per year, you can use that. Ether One Redux, which is the game in front of you now, is actually on the Unreal Engine 4. This is the version that's available on the PlayStation Store as well. Ether One is a very weird oddity that looked very amazing, and as such, it looked interesting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play. A key thing to note is there is on the store page, you can avoid puzzles if you want to. That is actually not true. A few puzzles are a requirement to play the game. And that is in the first two areas of the game. But after that, you can go ahead and do the walking simulator type stuff. Puzzles are not required to progress the game at all, with the exception of the first two areas. You'll see what I mean when I get there. There are a few changes which I will point out when I get there. So let's go ahead and start the new game for Ether One. We will actually, let's get the mouse cursor off screen here. Let's go ahead and start new game under slot 1.
Hey, it's me. Listen, I'm sorry for the things I said earlier on. It's just, God, I really don't think you should go to that place. I don't think they care. Not like they should. And before you think it, I know how it feels to want to feel safe, to want more. You know I do it. But Jesus, do you know how they view you? Just another patient to squeeze money out of. Please, don't go tonight. I'm freaking scared. For you and for me.
Okay, sometimes the subtitles may be off. I don't know if this is this version. So this is the very start of Ether One. Now this isn't both versions of it. So we're gonna go ahead and use the Xbox controllers. This is what I like to see is the context sensitive menu. So this is the enrichment center. Hold X to identify objects of interest. Ethereal rock. Okay. And the text is also different as well.
In the mid-19th century, advances in genetic and psychological sciences led to a series of astounding breakthroughs regarding the human genome. At the forefront of these experiments, the Ishin Initiative discovered and developed new ways of mapping the human mind, expanding the knowledge of our species. 1942. Whilst the world was at odds with itself, the Ishin Initiative discovered Patient Zero. And shortly after, the Ether Institute was born. With it, a completely new way to navigate the human brain.
What the hell? Okay, that's the first time that's ever happened before. I apologize. I'm going to skip this portion, actually.
In the mid-19th century, advances in genetic and psychological sciences led to a
Ether Institute. Okay. There used to be 2 speakers up there. Okay, I guess that was the speaker that I was using? I don't know.
Is that? It is. Oh, this is excellent. We're so glad to have you back. My name is Dr. Edmonds, but you can call me Phyllis if you like. Right. There should be a register on the reception desk. So once you've signed in, grab the key card from the top drawer and head on down. You will need it to gain access to the lower floors.
Press X to open drawers and pick up items, okay?
Restoration procedure for patient.
It's a lot blurrier.
2057.
Will commence shortly. Staff are advised to prepare chambers for initial projection.
Well, it seems you best get a move on. There's plenty to do. And for you, plenty to see and discover. I'm going to be guiding you through the process of restoration this evening, and hopefully ensuring that nothing terrible happens to you
The
or our
Restorer.
client.
The next step in
I'm
human
in restoration
evolution,
chamber
an
number
asset
3.
to society and
Now,
a
if you
wonder
don't
of
mind,
the natural world.
would you be a dear and head on down?
Their purpose, to restructure memories.
So, one thing you'll notice if you've played the original Ether One, and if you have, you've gotten this version free of charge. This area is actually a lot darker, yeah. A couple books, a cup. Actually, there used to be a pill bottle or a needle, something like that over here. The lighting is different. I think that you had to open this door. I think this is Phyllis's thing.
I'm incredibly excited to get started with my new patient. A real chance to explore walls and prove that they're in fact both.
I'm not going to read a lot of these, just for really my sake, but this is a video and you can always pause. You can't always pause, but you should be able to. I thought there was like a syringe on one of them, by the way. Pete Hill Reserve. I think the font's actually hard. Everything's harder to read too. This is not. Ooh. MasterCard. Fuck you. Alright, let's see. Now, in this game, there are some goodies to be found. Not a whole lot, but there could be some. Let's see. Stationary list, okay. Flashlight. I think in the other version there was some things you could enter. Okay. I'm not even reading them myself. I'm just browsing around right now. If you have the opportunity to play the original game, please do so. It's quite interesting.
Sometimes these procedures don't, how should I put it, go to plan. But really, there's nothing to see here anyway. Shouldn't you be heading to Restoration Chamber number 3 to meet me?
And it does make a big difference too, as well. Let's see. All right. There are a couple of rooms and stuff that you can get to if you want to visit. Okay, and that note's semi-important. It's not fully important, but it's semi-important. Checkpoint. Restoration Chambers 1 and 2. I don't understand the logic behind that box being there. Looks like a damn shantytown, but for some reason it appears in every single map almost, or at least in the primary map that you visit first. Okay. So apparently somebody died, supposedly. Now there was a way in the... Oh, there it goes.
You know, we do tell them not to leave the pre-designated path, to stick to the memory routes laid out for them. But do they listen? Of course they bloody well don't. And unfortunately, recovery isn't always an option once you experience the deep recesses of another consciousness.
Okay, that was weird. Yeah. These lighting effects were not present in the Ether One, but in the Redux they are present. There's a lot of differences between the two games.
Beautiful, isn't it? A miracle of the 20th century. A window into the minds of others and a tool to cure disease and illness. But it would be nothing without the likes of you. Right. Would you be a dear and help me with the setup? I need the electrical input for the Rembrandt installation rerouting. You can access it from that terminal over there.
The font is very hard to read, so whoever, first of all, if you do have a hard time reading, you don't know what you're doing, please get the first game, please get the original. The original is much easier to read. They adjusted that, and I think that there may have been, actually let me see if I can adjust the options here, because I didn't do that like an idiot. Okay, brightness is fine. Texture detail, we're going to crank that up. Frame limit, we're going to crank to unlimited. VSync's fine. Crank view distance up. FOV is fine where it's at. Resolution's fine, okay. Alright. Hopefully that will make some difference. I don't know how much. Not by much, but it does make a little bit of a difference. Rembrandt repair, achievement unlocked.
Do it. Right. Thank you for that. Always nice to get some help around here. Now, if you don't mind, I think it's time to take a seat. Right.
There it is, okay.
Before we project, our client Jean is currently in a very delicate state. Our primary focus is to ensure that we clear this area of her mind from the plaque buildup that is causing the disease. In order to do that from within, we're going to need to use her own memories to reinforce the medical treatment she's receiving. Are you ready?
Not really. But okay.
Now, I know this may feel a little strange, being new technology, but please don't worry about it. We all get used to change eventually, don't we?
Yeah, but we also don't usually drown either. Okay. So,
Okay, listen up. You are in your case. You're probably going to come back here a lot, so please take some time to get acquainted with your surroundings. It keeps most restorers' sanity intact. For a short while, anyway.
I can take a shower. I can take a shit too. Well, are you not taking a shit?
Our sole purpose this evening is to track the memory and pinpoint its location so we can cleanse it of any disease present. Everything you're seeing in front of you is a visual environment pieced together from our client's subconscious mind. Wastelands or an abstract painting reimagined. It's all completely tangible. All I can see are brain scans of tissue degradation confirming my previous diagnosis of dementia. Both are incredibly important if we are to succeed and understand our client's needs. Now, if you just give me a second, I'll have some more details for you. Feel free to explore in the meantime.
Okay, so in the original game, this is one of the few things I want to. You could go walk up to like a gate here, and they shut that off in this one. That's basically what I mean by changes. There were some other changes in lighting that you may have noticed as well. Now I'm using the Xbox controller with this, and the reason I'm using an Xbox controller is because it is in this game it's just as easy for me, and that, like I said, you're going to see it again. I don't know why. And I like this game because it has a very watercolor type art style to me. In the original game, it's a lot more pronounced. I think it's a lot more subdued here than in the UDK version. In the UK, it's a lot more pronounced. It's like it's morning. Devlin Mine, okay. I like how the rocks are actually wet, where pretty much where you expect them to. So that's actually really cool. That. So I'm gonna walk you through the first couple of puzzles here. In the first one, the requirement you had to switch over to a 300 amp fuse. If you didn't do that, it wouldn't work. If you do it without it blowing, you get the achievement Rembrandt Repairer. Okay, and then basically this mine is undergoing some issues. Okay, that's the clue to another puzzle, if you're wondering as well. Henry's Raisins, that's new. I don't remember seeing that before. Now, like the projector that I repaired earlier, that's not even a freaking word. Like I repaired last time, projectors are 100% optional with the exception of the one in the Devlin mine. That projector is a requirement in order to pass. I haven't figured out why.
The central focus of this memory is located below you, in an old abandoned mine known as Devlin. Entry 95D in our client's memory journal indicates an accident occurred affecting them in a meaningful way.
And there's always clues that can be scattered about via notes. Like this one. Note to self. This might be the only one I read. I need to ensure that I remember the lock combination to Devlin's side entrance. But the warden banned any of us from writing it down. Miners eat from metal plates. Don't forget. And that's actually a clue. And I believe that clue is actually on the top deck. This is the main entrance here to the mine, but you can't get into that door. So we're going to climb the stairs, which is funny because how steep these damn things are. Alright. You can always get the memory journals here. Basically give you some information. And this, you can see the code is 1670, okay? So that's the code. And then that will finish the first, you'll beat the first puzzle. I'm going to keep this, probably do this episode a little bit longer as well, just in order to make sure I show you this whole section. Sometimes it's a little hard with the controller, but I'm going to try. Oh, I managed it, okay.
Okay, so I've been digging a little deeper into our client's personal history, and I found details of a strong emotional response to someone who once worked within the mine. An entry that discusses the mine at great length, but doesn't discuss who the individual was that worked there. Continue to work your way down, further into the mine. It seems the center of this memory is very much at the heart of these industrial ratways. I'll contact you if I gain any more information.
So as you can see, this is the light. For some reason, everybody uses light. Right, left, right, left. Okay. And then if you come this direction, you can't open these doors. It won't let you. There's a reason for that. So right, left, right, left on this machine here. So that's right, left, right, left, okay? That drains the floodwaters. Plus the gate's open. Same time, I'm going to place this fuse here before I forget. So, oh, maybe it wouldn't let me take it. Okay, I thought it would let me take it. Okay. This is the actual main entrance of the mine. There's actually water still here, but that's okay. I like how it actually shows the water. The ground is still wet. That's actually pretty cool to me. So we're going to go ahead and go down lower into the mine. I don't know why the textures go freaking out. That's really fricked up. Okay, so this is Devlin Mine. Okay.
Sounds, sights and smells can help store memories forever.
A projector. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how they got here, but I think they relate to our patient's history. Don't worry, you won't need these the rest this evening as they're an optional task, but we should at least give this one a try.
Okay. That's an
I'll
actual
store
note.
important notes like this
So,
downstairs
like
in the
this.
case for you. They'll be there whenever you want to have a look at them.
If you want to know where they're at, go back to the case. Now, they're not going to be up here. She did say downstairs, so this is where you keep all your objects and your ribbons, which will open a location for you. You don't have to worry about that. I'll explain later when we get there. This is the bedroom, which is useless. A bunch of candles and a statue. Guitar, which you can play. A painting of a lighthouse, a bed, and a light bulb. This is a small side room. This is where all your notes are. Plus, you can have it in. If you touch that, some of the times the notes will come up. That's actually the first time that note's ever there. A chair you can rest in if you want to. I don't know why these computers are here, but whatever. I don't know why that's there. That's actually new, I think. I thought you could open the fridge in the other one, but not in this one. So a small kitchen area where you have a stove, a fridge, cabinets. Don't know why. This leads to a dark room where photos can be processed. Upon completion of later aspects of later aspects, which I will show you later on. That'll be after we finish the second section. This room, this dark room, won't become as important, but it will have things show up. So that's what the dark room's there for. I showed you the bathroom earlier. This is a safe. I don't really understand what the safe's for. If you complete a projector, they will show up in these reels here, and you can play them back here on the projector if you want. That pretty much ends all the collectibles. So, okay, to beat this first puzzle, you have to take this jug.
And stay with them in the back of our minds.
I call it a jug of rum or liquor, and you have to shatter it like this.
Although broken and fragmented, they hold the key to remembering the way we were.
Oh, I hope that wasn't important.
And there are 3 steps to each projector. So we just completed step 1. Step 1, I believe we completed step 1. There may only be 2 steps with this one, but I think there's every time but you'll hear it. You'll know when you hit it. Okay. We have to. Yeah, all the birds died, unfortunately. Yeah, I think all the birds unfortunately passed away. They suffocated. there's a rupture. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to get to the book
Spray
here.
of perfume and it all comes flooding back.
That's actually relevant. You'll see why in a minute. But we're just going to run... hold on if I can... We're going to run back to the actual... where he wanted the book. On his desk, which is coming up shortly. So... As you can see, the separate components, as soon as I put the book, put it back together. Listen very closely when I put it on his desk. Press X here. Okay. The game pretty much locked me in, and it wants me to press X here. The door now opens, but this door is still locked. So it pretty much progresses it.
Like to you, but our readings have trebled in the last few seconds. You must be incredibly close to the center of this memory. I think... There it is. Our readings, they're showing that this is what's causing the symptoms of dementia in our patient. Or at least it's part of what's causing it. Destroy it any way you can. Once the task is done, I'll be able to extract you from the memory and place you in another.
The fuck did I just do? Oh shit. Oh, this is new for me. Oh wow. Geronimo!
Moments,
That's-
like stars, are passing me by, burning so bright and so fast as if they never truly existed at all. They're so beautiful, so fragile. I want to hold on to them. I want to hold on and never let them go. Why can't I hold on anymore? Please.
Okay, that pretty much. So we got the ethereal rock killed.
Restorer? Can you hear me? Ah, there you are. I'm sorry. What you've just experienced was a relapse of our patient's condition. Hopefully you didn't cause too much damage whilst inside. Now, the objective as stated is to locate Jean's artifact. At this present moment in time, we don't know what this item is. We need to gather information from important memories our client can still understand. Their core memories.
Okay, so now we have completed Devlin Mine and gave you guys a little bit of a taste of Ether One Redux. That's not what I wanted. It's in the chair here. So if you'd like to see more, I will be uploading more of Ether One Redux. Even though the title may say Ether One, it will be Ether One Redux. There is a difference. I wouldn't say a very noticeable one, but there is a difference between the two games definitively. So please stay tuned, and these will not be the puzzle sequences. This will only be exploration. I will also skip over one area that I have found to be optional. It's not a requirement to go through. It is an entirely optional area, which is really cool. So please bear that in mind. Until then, see you next time. Bye-bye.